Alright, another Edgar Guillen flick, this time based on an old French story titled Barbe Bleu. How much does this movie have to do with the story? No idea. It definitely falls under the horror category as we follow crazed murderer Gaston Morel, played by John Carradine. He murders his wives, I guess because they all remind him of his first true love, who left him and became a prostitute, which ticked him off so much that he murdered her. Ah, good old men. He's a painter who of course paints. He does portraits of his wife and subsequent wives, only for them to be sold in auctions by his accomplice. Nowadays, he mostly keeps away from painting, feeling that it drives him mad, and he focuses on marionettes. This is where the true horror of the film lies. These puppets are so creepy that I can honestly say this is the scariest stuff I've seen on this box set yet. His accomplice is named Jean Lamart, who's played by Ludwig Stossel, whose performance is mostly effective due to the sinister look. Just staring at his face makes you know he's the bad guy. The rest of the movie is pretty standard though. I like that it's a period piece, the first one of the type to show up on the box set, and while there's great sets and acting, I can't say that I love this movie, mostly because a lot of the pieces seem to be missing. It's a short movie at only 72 minutes, so it's obviously rushed at times, but other times, I feel that the motivations are pretty non-existent. Sure, Morel is murdering people, but we never get a satisfactory reason as to why. They try to create a reason, but it feels like it comes out of nowhere. Also, the music throughout the movie feels so out of place. Maybe it's not the original score, but it seriously feels too obnoxious and constant. There's never a moment to just let the characters talk, so it becomes distracting.
Morel, how did you know the girl was missing?
She was to have rehearsed with me this morning. When she didn't show up, I went to her room.
Perhaps the original story is a good companion piece which makes viewers understand the film better, but coming in blind, it's kind of a boring film. It has a pretty positive response from critics, with most citing it as one of Ulmer's best movies, but I can't agree with that statement. It just seems like the typical plot about catching the killer but without any suspense or reasoning. There's good shots here and there, and the final death scene is really cool, but I'd be okay with skipping this film in the near future.